Okay, so let's get right into it. Something absolutely fundamental is changing about how we use technology. I mean it. Forget swiping through apps, forget clicking a million times. The future of how you interact with everything, it might just be happening from one single chat window.
So imagine just typing this into an AI. I actually saw a live demo of this, and let me tell you, it was mind-blowing. No app was opened, no menu was scrolled, just a simple conversational sentence to order a real pizza with real money.
And just like that, the pizza is on its way. But hang on, let's just stop and think about what really just happened there. For the AI to do that, it had to get your address, use your credit card info, and it even had to know what your usual order is. It's totally seamless, yeah, but it's also a whole new level of access to your data. And it's not just for ordering food, not by a long shot. This opens up everything. Take a request like this for Spotify. It's so specific, right? It's got a mood, a genre, even a rule, no lyrics. There is no way you could ever type that into a normal search bar and get what you want. And boom, just like that, a brand new, custom playlist is made, just for you, in seconds. So think about this. In just two simple chats, this AI now knows where you live, it has your payment info, and it gets your personal taste in music. It's building a picture of you in a way that's totally new. So, how is all this magic actually happening? Well, the answer is a new open standard that is quietly taking over the internet. The best way to think about it is like a universal translator, a Google Translate, but for apps. It helps AIs and all your different apps speak the same language. It's called the Model Context Protocol, or MCP for short. It was introduced by Anthropic. They're the folks behind the AI assistant Claude. And really, it's just the bridge. It's the system that lets an AI securely connect to and actually use other services for you. Now, what's really fascinating is how this all went public. At first, with Claude, it was kind of techy. You had to go to GitHub, copy and paste some files. It wasn't for everybody. But then OpenAI came along and built ChatGPT apps on that same MCP foundation. And they made it as easy as clicking Add in an app store. That single move was the game changer that took this from a niche tool for developers to something anyone can use. And because it's so incredibly simple now, this isn't some little experiment happening on the side. We are talking about an overnight revolution. The biggest names in tech are all jumping on board with this one protocol, and they're basically building a whole new layer for the internet right in front of us. And the speed is just staggering. I mean, look at this. The protocol gets introduced in late 2024. Just a few months later, OpenAI and Google are in. Then you've got major payment companies, software companies, the entire industry lined up behind this thing in less than a year. It's wild. If you really want to understand just how big of a deal this is, you have to hear this quote from Microsoft CTO Kevin Scott. He said MCC is like HTTP. HTTP is the basic language that made the entire web possible. The idea here is that MCC is about to do the exact same thing for a brand new AI internet. And hey, this is already showing up in our day-to-day work. Microsoft's plugging this into Office with Copilot. Google's doing the same with Gemini in Workspace. This means you can just ask your AI to, say, review a business plan in Google Docs, pull the latest sales numbers from a spreadsheet, and check your email for client feedback, all from a single request. But, okay, we've got to pause here. Because giving an AI that much power, that much access, well, it opens up a pretty dangerous loophole. This isn't all just cool new features and productivity gains. There are some really serious security issues we have to talk about. Think about it this way. If you're handing over the keys to your entire digital kingdom to an AI, you have to ask the question, who else might be able to get their hands on those keys and just let themselves in? And look, these aren't just theoretical what-if risks. Researchers are already finding huge problems. In May 2025, they found a way to trick an AI into leaking private code from GitHub. Another flaw, they nicknamed it NeighborJack, could actually expose a user's entire home or office network. Security experts are calling it a perfect storm of new tech and way too many permissions. It's really simple. If you give an AI permission to send your emails for you, a bad actor could trick it into sending emails as you. The same goes for deleting your files, or even moving your money. The very things that make it so convenient can be turned right back against you. Okay, so it's powerful, but it's also a little scary. That doesn't mean we should just run away from it, though. It just means we need to be smart. So let's talk about how you can actually use this new AI internet safely and how you can stay in control of the keys to your own kingdom. Here's a super simple but absolutely essential checklist. First, and this is a big one, only connect apps from sources you actually know and trust. Second, before you hit that approve button, take 2 seconds and actually read the permissions. Understand what doors you're opening. Third, maybe test a new connection with an account that isn't critical. And finally, the golden rule of, well, everything, always have backups.
Because despite the risks, the potential here is just massive. The early adopters, the marketers, creators, professionals who really take the time to master this new conversational way of doing things and learn to do it safely, they are going to have an absolutely unfair advantage. While everyone else is still clicking around, they'll be working at the speed of thought. So this is the new world we're all stepping into. The walls between you and your technology are just melting away. Your entire set of tools, your documents, your music, your money, it's all becoming one single unified conversation. So the only question left to ask is, what are you going to say?